guys. How are we?
Hey guys. Hi everyone.
Hey. Case barely got here about 15 seconds before we started today. But bless her heart, she came here and she's here and she really wanted to be here to help us talk about this little missing baby.
Yeah. Yes. Like I had an appointment to get my hair done, and then I had another errand I had to run. And I'm like, yeah, I'll try. Well, I didn't think about the other appointment, so I started to leave to go get my hair done. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be pushing it, but literally, like, walked in, turned on my computer, and it was like 11:29.30 seconds or something like that. Like, yeah, or 1:29 or my time. Well, I'm an hour different than Mo.
Yeah, you made it though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I'm not gonna keep you guys too long today, but I I noticed this yesterday about this little fella missing, and there's a really good channel that has been leaving updates in his comments as soon as he gets them on his community tab, and he did a live about him yesterday too, and it's Trev Time. He covers a lot of this about summer wells, and I stopped in his live chat yesterday, and he was the nicest little fella. He had, like 100 plus in there, but he answered every question that I had, and he talked about God too. And you guys know how I am. That's a big part of my life too. So I really appreciated that. So he's in the description if you guys want to check him out too. And then also there was I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this way, but there's also a link that I pinned that'll take you straight to Sebastian's missing poster, and you can share it on your social media or print them out. Whatever you can do, be very much appreciated.
Yes. Um, and if you live in the area, if you see someone that looks suspicious, whatever, please notify the police. Please make that phone call. Um, you could be wrong. It could be someone else. But what if you're right? What if that is him?
Yeah, you don't want to be thinking, what if, you
Mm-mm.
know.
No. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. And but the videos that I'm going to show you guys today, the sheriff is always see something, say something. He really drills that
Exactly.
home, and I really believe in that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and he's 15 years old. And it was Sunday night going into Monday morning, and his parents got up to wake him up for school, and he wasn't there. And so I don't know if they deduced that this was what he was wearing by what was missing or what, but they said that, okay, he's 5'5" and 120 pounds, dirty blonde hair, brown eyes, and he has dark frame glasses. And I guess it's probably these in the photo. And they said that those are gone too. So he does have those on. So that's good.
Mm.
And he was wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. And I think that they also, the way that they probably figured this out was that, a flashlight was missing too. So they said that he does have a flashlight. And,
Wow.
yeah. And they, on one video that I saw, they said that all of his shoes were accounted for. So hopefully the little fella didn't go out barefooted.
Mm.
Um, and let's see here. So this is in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and it is, they said, near Stafford Court, near Beach High School. Um, and they said that foul play is not suspected. They had,
Hendersonville, I believe, is outside of Nashville, isn't it, Mo?
yeah, because when weather, I go to this. It's W Underground, and it tells the weather from everywhere. And I typed in Hendersonville, and Nashville was the closest airport that showed up.
Yeah.
So it
I
must
was
be
thinking
near
it's
there.
outside of it. Hmm.
Yeah. They said that they have 200 people searching, 12 K-9 teams, helicopters, a fixed wing aircraft, 10 drone teams, and out 8 mounted teams. And they have divers on standby. And they have searched 2,000 miles by foot so far, they said, since Monday. And the FBI has now been contacted.
Wow.
Trista,
Mm.
he actually does have, I forgot to mention that too. He has autism. So that's why they're really
Hmm.
concerned about him. And he does take medication, and he has been without it since then. So that's actually why at first he was considered an endangered child. And usually to update it to an Amber Alert, they have to have the suspicion that he's been abducted. But in this case, it was because that of his condition, and also because he's lacking his medication, and also because yesterday there was a storm in the area. I had storms around my house too. I live about 3 hours away, is what I could tell. Sure,
Sure,
Jen, that would be
Jennifer.
great.
Please, yes, please share it. Share this on your Facebook pages, please. Get out as many words. If you look on Mo's community tab, she has a flyer that she made to advertise, to bring awareness. But yes, please share, um, by all means.
uh, yes, and at the top of my chat too, I have pinned the flyer to the um, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and it goes straight to his missing flyer. Also, you guys, you can hold on, guys. I'm coming in the chat so I can drop the link. This goes directly to my community tab, so you guys wouldn't have to share my channel. Just that straight to the community tab. Um, Also, guys, that National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, you all can get on there and look for the missing children in your area. It's always good to do that because you might see some. One time I got on there and I found this little guy that was 17. I don't know if you remember that case, but he was from my area, and then I found him on Facebook, and he was doing fine. So I called the detective to get him taken off there. I don't know if you remember
Yeah,
that or
I
not.
remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Shay.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey Shay,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Uh, okay, and they said that him having autism may impair his ability to return home without assistance. So at the end, towards the end, I have an article that we can read that will help us understand how a child with autism might act in this situation and what to do if you run across him, not to scare him and things like that. When I was in Trev time yesterday, I did ask if he was verbal, and he said that he is verbal and he's high functioning. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Okay, I think this tells. Oh, and they have been. His favorite song is "Eye of the Tiger," so they've been playing that to hopefully get him to come out, and for him to not be scared. I think that's a really good idea. Uh,
Yeah, that is
and
a
they
very good
said,
idea.
mhm. And they said that he liked cats. And let's see here. I think that's all I had. Jen had a really good question. She was asking me if he played video games because you guys know how scary it is these days for these children and teens to get on these games and speak to, adults that
Mm-hmm.
are possibly acting like children and could lure them away from home. So, but I didn't see anything about whether he was playing games or not.
And I'm not knocking anyone when I say this about if you have children and they have access to games that are online. But when my boys were growing up, we never allowed them to connect their games to the internet because we could not be right there 24/7 monitoring everything that they done. And I was terrified that they would friend someone who was lying about their age or lying about who they were. And so we just never allowed them to do it. Then again, we had random phone checks on their cell phones to make sure who they were talking to. I mean, just I was paranoid about those things. I may have went a little overboard, but my boys will tell you to this day, Mom, we're glad that you were like that.
Yeah.
They hated it at the time, but they're glad now.
Um, Also, I haven't heard it said whether he had a cell phone or not and whether he took it with him. Chan, did you see that when you were looking over that today, whether he had a cell phone or not? I figured if he had one with him, that they would have said, and of course tried to track it and stuff, but I'm not sure. Okay, this was the first presser, quote unquote presser. I don't think they've had an official one yet that I could find, but this guy is going to tell us, everything we need to know. This was the first day, I believe. And in case you just stop it or have me stop it if you have anything to say, because we have to stop every once in a while.
Okay, I will.
Let me know if you can hear it. Oh, we got another ad. uh,
Come
I
on,
have
Ad,
tried to.
stop.
So right now we have enough first responders on the ground here that we can communicate with. That have the same training. They have the apps that we use to track. And there's a litany of reasons that it's important right now. There may come a time when we call on the public to come out and help us search. But right now we have plenty of first responders on scene. The best thing the public can do to help us is keep sharing it on social media. If you see something, say something. Call the Sumner County Emergency Communication Center at 615-451-3838 and check your home surveillance video. Just check. If you see something, call us. We'll come out and look. Um, I think that that's going to be what breaks the case is somebody's home surveillance video seeing something. And at what point are people going to They absolutely are. Sumner County is the greatest place on earth. I truly believe that. We have the absolute greatest citizens here, but we also have the best law enforcement relationships in the county. We've got people from across the state here, the TBI, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Hendersonville, even Gallatin sent people. We have plenty of first responders. So my urge to the public right now would be to check your home videos and stay rested because when the call comes, we'll put it out on social media, and that's when we'll need you to come. And then, did you want to speak as well?
I did want to tell you guys here they were asking for nobody to come out and help them search because they had so many other people out. But today, they did say that you can go out and search, but just to do it in teams of two because when they're looking for him, they're looking for one person by themselves. So that'll make him easier to spot. But I'll show you guys at the end.
One thing, Mo, I'm looking at is uh, the weather for the on weather.com, the weather for the area of Hendersonville tonight, guys. There's a 70% chance of rain with a low of 39. Tomorrow, there's a 80% chance of rain with a high of 52. And tomorrow night, it's 50% chance of rain with a low of 48. So they have to find this little boy. I mean, they've just got to.
Hey, Sleuth Mom, it's good to see you too. I'm so
Hey,
glad
Sleuth
you can
Mom.
make it. And thank you so much for sharing my flyer yesterday. It meant a whole lot to me. The more eyes that we get on these babies, the better. It just takes
Exactly.
one. Just
Just
one.
takes one. That's right. Guys, don't forget to hit those thumbs up when you're coming in and when you're here hanging out with us.
In the meantime, is when you approach this, search, is it different looking for a child than an adult?
It's definitely different looking for a child with autism. Yesterday, we consulted with someone in the first responder world who does emergency management, who also has children who are autistic, and she kind of laid it out for some things that I didn't understand or comprehend at first. She gave us a lot of tips and tricks. So we've had several calls from people with autistic relatives that have told us, hey, they thought about this, and listen, there's nothing off the table. I don't care how crazy it sounds. If it's going to help me find Sebastian, get him home safe to his family, I'm going to do it.
I thought that that was really good how people with autism had been, their parents had been calling in. And at the end, he'll even tell about some little guy that with autism that his mom brought him down, and he was telling him how where he would go in those situations. So I thought that was a great idea, a great tactic
Oh,
that
that's
they
really
employed.
good. Yes.
Mhm.
And what are some of those considerations that go into looking for a child with autism?
Some of the things that he likes, what he's familiar with. We know that Sebastian likes cats. We were told that his favorite song was Eye of the Tiger. We've tried playing that to just kind of calm him and let him know we're here to help him. I'm sure that he could see what's going on here and be intimidated. But if he sees this newscast, I want him to know, Sebastian, come out. We're here to help you. We just want to get you home safe.
And at this point, have you guys ruled out any indication of foul play?
I won't say that we've ruled out any indication of foul play, but I will say that the family has been nothing but cooperative with us. Nothing but cooperative. There's no indication of foul play at the moment.
How have those tips been of people coming in and offering up any information that you guys have had in needs or any information you can share with that?
We've had several tips. One of the tips was that he was sighted off of Newman's Trail off Long Hollow Pike. We actually, when we got that tip, we sent a team out. We made contact with who they thought was Sebastian, and it was not. Again, that's a great tip. It could have been. So if somebody sees something, call us. Let us know.
And do you guys know, I know you guys were checking shoes from last night to see if he was barefoot. Is that still the case? Is he barefoot? Because I know on Facebook somebody posted a picture of these could be his shoes, or is that something he is supposed to be barefoot?
What I can say is that his mom says all of his shoes are accounted for at the house. I'm not going to say that he's barefoot.
And how is
So I wonder what that means. All of his shoes are accounted for, but we're not going to say that he's barefoot. And in one article, they said to look around your properties for footprints, but it seems like they would have said, bare footprints or shoes, or I'm not sure. That point just stuck out to me.
how's the family doing? Just checking.
Oh, I cannot imagine the struggle that the family is going through right now. I'm a dad. Director Widener's dad. I don't know how. I don't know how they're handling it. I couldn't survive with something like my kids.
Managing all of this, what's been going through your guys' minds? Just kind of juggling all of these people and having people come in from outside agencies as well, and what's been going through your minds?
Well, I think Director Widener said it best. Every time we debrief and talk about what we've done, we're asking, what ideas do you guys have? Uh, I think I'm a pretty good law enforcement officer, but I'm not the smartest guy in the room, and I know that. So if someone's got an idea, and we've had some pretty good ideas come up, and we're gonna try everything we can. So keeping an open mind and doing anything we can to find Sebastian.
And then I also am told that he might be on medications as well, which is autistic and on the autistic spectrum. What is that kind of looking like? Is that kind of upping the danger of the situation as well?
It definitely increases the volatility of the situation. The medicine was there. Obviously, the treat is autism. So how he responds to that once the medicine is out of his system is really not my expertise, but I do know that it's going to have a negative effect on him. So it definitely is increasing.
And as people approach him, are they advised to move slowly or call you guys first, or I guess what's the recommendation?
I would definitely say call us first. If you're close enough to talk to Sebastian, talk in a calm, slow voice. Let him know that you're not there to hurt him. You're there to help him. and hopefully you can build a rapport with them until we can get there and bring them back to the state.
About how many agencies are helping with this survey?
We've got at least 10 agencies here. Yesterday, and Director Widener.
I'm Ken Widener, KENWEIDNER, Director of Sumner County Emergency Management Agency. So yesterday we had multiple agencies. We have 220 searchers on the ground, and we bring them in and they go through operations and they get assigned to search areas. So we're using a search program to track them. And
Oh, I have to tell you guys, they are using this new program that I had never heard of. It's called CALTOPO, Caltopo, and it's an app, and it tracks everywhere that the searchers go so they know what's been covered so far. And I looked it up online. I think it's I can't remember. If you look that up, they have a Facebook page too, and it shows where they what all that they use it for. It's not just specifically for search and rescue, but you download the app, and then the searchers, there's a specific QR code that when you go to the command center for the search, you scan the QR code, and then it'll track everywhere that you've been. Have you guys heard of that before? Had you ever heard of that case?
No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
I hadn't either. I'm hoping that helps in this situation if he doesn't. But I hope that also that they don't look someplace because somebody else has already covered it, because he could double back, or somebody might have just not been looking good. He could have been hidden. So
they lay tracks from their cell devices, and we know where they're at, and they complete those search areas. They come back and they get reassigned, or we reassign them when they're in the field. So today we'll get a count on that, but I'd say we're over 150 searchers on the ground today, and multiple agencies and
Hey, Mo.
THP helicopter, and I'm not sure what the chief went over, Metro's helicopter, TBI fixed wing.
Mo.
yes.
Shay is saying that they used that in the Kylie Rodney case. And she said she actually downloaded the app so that she could see the search areas for Kylie.
I didn't know that, or I've forgotten it, but that's really cool. Wonder if we could do that to see on this case if it would bother anything. If it would mess them up somehow. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. We'll check into that.
Yeah.
Over 10 drones. We've got 12 canine teams here, 8 mounted units yesterday, horses yesterday, and 10 here today. So we're covering as much ground as we can, and we keep expanding that search area. And we have pounded the area, the neighborhood that he went missing from, and the neighborhood adjacent, and we keep expanding that out.
And with the anticipation of the temperature dropping tomorrow and a chance for storms, is that going to change the search, or is it going to have any impact on his ability to survive?
We're concerned about the weather because we don't know exactly what he's dressed in, and we could have some flurries tomorrow. And the storms, so the wet, and you lose body temperature 30 times faster when you're wet than when you're dry in the air or in water. And so we're concerned about that, and the chances we could have flurries tomorrow.
He was talking about yesterday, and we didn't get any flurries yesterday. Did you guys, Case? I got the weather right here on the 26th.
No.
You didn't either?
No.
Oh, that's good. On the 26th, the low was 57, the high was 75, so that wasn't too bad. And then on the 27th, it was the low was 62 and the high was 75, so that's good. But yesterday, the low was 36 degrees and the high was 72, and we had that storm. And then this morning, it wasn't updated on that website, but here it was around 30 degrees. So
Guys, this is about 120 miles, 120, 130 miles from my house where this little boy's missing from.
It's probably in between me and you, I would say.
Yep. Hmm.
Okay, and now he's about to tell about the other little guy that came to tell him where he would hide.
And those dropping temperatures. So we're continuing to work with drones and FLIR, and we've actually utilized tactical teams, SWAT teams, the county ERT, and night vision that our operators have, and they've been in the field for many hours at nighttime.
Yeah, that was my next question. How do you guys operate these searches at night? I know last night it got dark pretty soon, and it's going to get dark pretty soon here today again. How does those searches going, and how do you keep those effective?
Yeah, flashlights, FLIR, and night vision. Yeah,
I'll say we do change our tactics based on the weather. So last night we did that. Not ready yet to describe exactly how we did that because we may have to apply that again tonight or tomorrow.
And then at this point, you know, we're kind of talking about it earlier with body shock. You guys had originally said that to that's as far as usually as we walk. But like, are you expecting at this point tired, exhausted, sleeping? I mean, like, I guess what you guys
teenagers are resilient. We're really hoping he has enough clothes on to stay warm, and we think that when he gets fatigued, he should rest. And he doesn't apparently doesn't sleep a lot at night, and he's more active at night, and is, probably sleeps a little more in the day. So we hope he's laying down and resting, and we just want to we don't want him to outwalk the search, and the ground that he can cover on foot. We're working with that, and we're putting that into consideration when we create the areas that we search.
Who's helping out the aerial searches as well?
There's multiple agencies. TBI's help, Metro Nashville's help, Tennessee Highway Patrol's help, our drone team, North Star's help. Wilson County is going to come help with some aerial coverage. The Sumner County Emergency Management drone team has been phenomenal. There's really no limit. If there's a resource out there that can help us, we've called and we've asked for it.
Pretty much every every agency in the county, and then counties from across the state, quite honestly. And with the plea, and I think I heard Chief talking about that earlier. We have a lot of people wanting to volunteer, and we are really looking to put trained personnel on the ground that are familiar with search and operations and have the ability to perform limited rescue operations. And we've got teams on standby if we.
It kind of makes me sad that now they've done as much, I guess, that they can, that they're allowing volunteers, but it kind of makes me glad too, because how many of these instances have we seen that volunteers have found them,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have a rescue situation, and so there's a lot that goes into that, and we can track these personnel a lot easier. So.
Are divers still on scene as well?
They're on scene.
Is there anything else that you guys want to add with divers?
Continue to share the social media page. If you see something, say something. Check your home surveillance video. Those are really the huge things that the public can do to help us right now find Sebastian.
So we had a child walk up, a lady walk up today with a child who's autistic. They're from Watertown, and the little boy wanted to tell us where he thought Sebastian could be, and he told me very forthright where he thought he would go if he were lost. That he would go towards creeks, and he would go behind buildings, and the different things that he would do. And he told his mom this morning that he wanted to come up here and tell us where he thought Sebastian might be. Yeah.
I really liked that officer. He was really personable, and he knew how to relate, and I liked both of them actually. Yes, Miss Arnold, that's what closed places. Yeah. And then also, I've heard that autistic children are attracted to water. So I'm hoping that's not the case here because it looks like there was a lot of water around the area. So I pray that is not the case here.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. And last night they had a vigil in the area, and I wanted to show you guys that. And there was a neighbor that also speaks on this one. Let's see. Okay. I just don't understand how a child just disappears into thin air. I just don't get it. Isn't that what a lot of us say? But it does seem like they tend to do that. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and play this for you guys too. Hopefully we don't have another ad.
It has been nearly 48 hours here since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Sumner County home. And tonight, an Amber Alert has been issued for this 15-year-old. He has a form of autism. Again, missing since Sunday night. Crews are doing everything they can to search for him. Our Sharon Dankwa spoke with family and friends tonight at a prayer vigil, hoping to see a miracle.
I just don't understand how a child just disappears into thin air. I just don't get it.
Kenny Bird is talking about 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake.
I said that they're hoping for a miracle, and you guys, we have to hope for that too. In our last stream, we saw 3 miracles, so it can happen here too. So please don't stop praying and hoping and sending good vibes.
Rogers, an autistic 5'5" teenager. County, city, and state agencies have spent nearly 2 days scouring Sumner County for.
Oh, I mean, it's just sad.
Police say Sebastian walked out of his Shackle Island home Sunday night carrying a flashlight and wearing a black sweatsuit.
These people are like my family. I mean, literally, they're like some of Sebastian's family members are my family. So I directly feel this completely.
Monday,
Trev Tom said that Sebastian lived with his mom and his stepdad, and I think he said that his biological dad was a deputy in another county, but I haven't seen that for myself, so that's allegedly, and I do have a statement that I found that I'll show you guys at the very end.
Day night, neighbors and church leaders spent hours praying for Sebastian to be found.
That he would be safe, and that he would continue to comfort family and friends and even us.
His parents say Sebastian loved playing hide and seek.
And we can only attempt to imagine what they're walking through. So we'll pray specifically for them.
So while police search through yards, sheds, and trees,
we're going to do everything we can do as a community to support the family and the first responders
by offering to help search and lifting up prayers, fighting back the feeling of being helpless.
You hear about this stuff on TV, but you don't think it's going to happen in your own backyard. It's just, I don't know, it's awful.
For WSMV4, I'm Sharon Dankwa.
Crews say Sebastian could be anywhere. He likes to hide in small spaces, so they're searching every nook and cranny they can think of, including drainage culverts and people's cars. They're hoping the community will be able to help.
My urge to the public right now would be to check your home videos and stay rested, because when the call comes, we'll put it out on social media, and that's when we'll need you to come.
Authorities say Sebastian's favorite song is Eye of the Tiger, so they've been blasting the song as part of their search to try and calm him and let him know that they're there to help. Our WSMV.
Look at you, pretty. Your hair looks really pretty. I think you're muted.
I was. Hey, guys. Yeah.
You've cut it shorter. It looks good.
I got it cut shorter about 2 weeks ago, I think, and then trying to help with the migraines, and then Yeah, I'm the silly goose. I keep clicking it on and off. And then we did the keratin treatment today, so maybe it'll help with the stalling and everything. I'm gonna turn it back off. I just want. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I just wanted to. I wanted to show Mo the. She knew I was going to go get it done. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much.
It's
All right,
beautiful.
let's get back to it.
Okay. Um, let's see what I have now. I think that let's see. I think that I have something about. Oh, you guys remember when we were talking about little Darnell and the Amber Alert messed up? In this situation, they got 7 Amber Alerts, and which 7 is better than not getting any at all. But let's see here. Let's see. Uh, this tells about how that it was at first an endangered child alert, and then it was moved up to an Amber Alert, and it said some people reported receiving up to 6 alerts within that time span. Um, there was only one Amber Alert issued, but a provider issue likely caused some people to receive multiple alerts. It says the TBI coordinates with National Center for Missing and Endangered Children to send out alerts. Remember when about little Darnell? It was in Ohio, and it was the Ohio State Patrol that sent it out. So that might be the same thing for Ohio. Let's see. Cell phone alerts are meant to be one of the many ways we share information about these types of critical situations. Okay, so there was something else. They sent out a web address in the alert that was meant to link back to the TBI's Facebook page in order to give a physical description and photo, but it was messing up. And so it said, according to the TBI, authorities have discussed options to handle an influx of web traffic amid Amber Alerts. Um, and then it says that can download the app, My Tennessee app, to receive information. So, Casey, I'll send you that link after this, and I'll leave it in the description, you guys, if any of you guys live in Tennessee and want to download it. But we all need to check our own states and see if our own states have apps like this. I never thought to even check my state for an app like that.
Absolutely. Please send me please send it to me. I would, yes, please send it to me. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to put, um, I'm wanting to send, ooh, there we go. I got it. I'm going to type something in the private chat for you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And then also I wanted to share about what this expert is saying about the autism tips, and then I have the last update that I can share with you guys, and then I'll let you guys go. Let me find it here. I did share quicker today, you guys. Let me see.
Listen, Mo, listen, I want to tell you, you are doing
Listen,
an
Linda.
amazing job. Listen, Linda, listen to me. You're doing an amazing job. Don't ever let anyone tell you any differently. Don't let anyone that might say something from another chat influence you in continuing to do this. You're doing great. That's why I told you when we first became friends, I wanted you to do this because I knew you could. I knew the first day that we spoke on the phone that you could do this. I knew you could.
Oh
You
my
just needed a little
goodness.
bit of, you just need a little pat on the back and a little coaxing, and you're doing it. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you any differently. Don't. And if they try to, send them my way. I'm on some you.
Yeah.
I'm on some new meds right now. I can handle it now. Send them my way.
Oh, yeah. You
Oh,
remind me.
Debbie, thank you so much. Huh? I
I
remind
said
you what?
you remind of my big sister. You guys are about the same age, and a lot of my friends are about that same age. And I'm kind of less spoken, quiet, but I will get feisty sometimes. But you and my big sister are like, don't mess with me. You gotta be that way
You mess with
sometimes.
Mo, you mess with Mo, I'm coming for you. I am coming for you. Guys, I got to tell y'all something. Of course, I will never tell where Mo lives. No one will ever know when it's going to happen. But my husband told me the other day, because Mo and I have been talking about in the past about meeting somewhere and taking a little weekend trip or something. But something's always happened. I've gotten sick, or she's gotten sick, or we've had deaths in the family, both sides and all. But my husband told me the other day that he would take like a half a day on Friday or whatever off work. So he would definitely be off on Saturday, and he would take me to the city where Mo lives. We can get a hotel room and I can have dinner with Mo and we can hang out together. I am so excited.
Yeah.
So we've just got to figure out what's going to be best, because we got to make sure it doesn't interfere with any plans that you've already have and all that. But yeah, it's exciting. And we're still going to do the other weekend trip that we've been planning on doing that we had never got to do, but we're going to do that too.
Yeah. Well, it's I always stay in, until it gets past my wreck anniversary, since, I wrecked on
Hmm.
black ice is what caused my accident. And well,
But
I know you guys.
I told you about that day though. That's the anniversary of the day God let you live. He gave you a second chance at life.
Yeah,
We got to keep you here with us. Your mom got to keep you. Your Cece got to keep you. Your niece got to keep you.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's what Heather Licious, we made it up. My glad I didn't die day. But we're not gonna get on that.
Exactly. I know
Yeah.
we're not gonna get on that, but yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
she does try to stay in, and that day is hard for her, as it would be for anyone. But we're past that, and now we're gonna plan some fun things. And once I kind of see where your area is, I might not be as with my migraines, I'm a little nervous sometimes to drive places. But once I see kind of where it's at, I might not be afraid to come by myself sometime. And I can come through the week sometime just for lunch or whatever. We can hang out together.
yeah. I know I tell everybody that I'm from the holler and I live in the holler, but it's not really a holler. It's off the interstate, so it's not too bad.
No,
Um,
I'm not worried about coming to your house. Mm.
Heather, that's
Your
exactly right.
mama's got something to
Testimonial
protect us
day.
all. It's
Yeah,
testimonial day. That's right. Hey, y'all want to talk about some testimonial day? Do you mind if I show them something, Mo?
sure.
Okay, let me get it pulled up here. I had it pulled up the other day, and I never did. I never did. What did I do with it? There it is. I never did show it. Mm. Mo talking about her accident. Excuse me, I'm on mute for a second. I get something to drink. Okay, sorry guys.
That's okay.
Mo talking about her situation and everything. I want to show y'all what my kiddo lived through, and and knowing what Mo went through. I'm a nurse. I've saw, even with people in the hospital, what can happen to you. But I would really like to show y'all this, if it's okay.
Sure.
Let's see, share screen, and yeah, there it is. All right, Mo, let me know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. In 2019, my 19-year-old son was driving to school in my car. This was my car. He was driving to school. He was going to a school about 60 miles from our home. I was in the hospital. I had just had a pacemaker placed. They punctured my lung, putting my pacemaker in, so I'd have a chest tube. So I was in there for a few extra days. Then what you would normally a pacemaker, the next morning if you're fine, you go home. But he was driving my car to school. I get a phone call on my cell phone from a number that I didn't recognize, but it had the city that it was coming from the city that my son was going to school at. So I handed the cell phone to my husband and I said, "Here, you might want to take this. Excuse me, my son is on his way to school and something might be wrong." The next words I heard from my husband is, "Oh my God, where's he at? I'm on my way." So he was still in his pajamas. He stayed with me at the hospital. He quickly threw on some clothes and he said, "He's been in a terrible accident. He's trapped in the car. I've got to go to him." I said, "By all means, go now, go as fast as you can." I said, "Just remember, we have Air insurance. They will fly him to us if need be, or they'll fly him to a major hospital if need be. Just get to him." Y'all, he flipped. He said he flipped. He knows he flipped 2 times. After that, he closed his eyes and he started praying. That's the other. That's the. These pictures were taken by the record driver that came to retrieve my car.
Case, it looks like that it was his side the one. Yeah, his side was the one that wasn't down towards the ground, so it might be good that he ended up in that spot so he could get out.
Exactly. But to show you that God will take care of you, look, my son literally walked away from this accident, guys. Literally. They got one of the door that they were trying to get him out of was hung up, and they were waiting on rescue squad to get their jaws alive to cut him out. And a deputy kept messing with the door and got him out. And then when they got him out, they asked him if he was hurting anywhere, and he said no. And they said, "Well, walk up there at the top of the hill. There's an ambulance up there waiting on you." So to show you, God will take care of you. God is wonderful. I thank Him every single day that He spared my son's life. He had a small cut on his finger from the glass where he was trying to bust the windshield out. He before the cops even got there, and when the cops got there, they told him, they said, "Sir, just quit. We've got help coming. We're going to get you out." Um, Through all of this, he was at his wits enough to realize that I was in the hospital and had been through a lot, and he did not want me to find out from a stranger that he had been in this accident. So he told the lady, he was trying to use the hands-free thing to call 911, and she said, "I'm calling 911 for you." So then he was trying to use it to call us, and he couldn't get a signal. And she said, "I'll call, just give me their number." And he said, "Well, here's my mom's number, but she's in the hospital. She's really sick. Just tell her you need to talk to my dad. Do not tell my mom what's going on." And I'm going to take these off, guys. But when when I made some phone calls, people that I know works for the Highway Patrol. So when I called the Highway Patrol and I said, "Can you tell me who's working this accident?" And the dispatcher for Highway Patrol finally told me his name, and I knew him. We live in the same city, and he said, I will get the trooper on the phone for you. So the trooper called me and he said, he wanted to know who was driving my car. And I told him my son's name. And I said, why? He said, well, he's not here. And I said, well, the paramedics told him the deputy told him to get in the ambulance. I guess they wouldn't have took him to the hospital. I don't know. And I said, but I've talked to him. I know he's okay. I said, but can you tell me what about my car? And he said, ma'am, I can't even tell you what kind of car it is. Of course, it was still off in the ravine, off in the ditch, whatever, But he said, I can't even tell you what kind of car it is. But my son was very upset that he had totaled my car, and he was crying, Mama. Yeah, I know that you didn't need this. I'm so sorry. I said, listen, I would have taken a baseball bat to the car before I would have taken a chance on something being wrong with you or your brother or one of you being hurt or something. And I know that this isn't what this live is about. I just wanted to, but y'all were talking about God is good and things like that. Yes, God is very good. God is faithful. God
Yes,
is
he
just.
is.
He will take care of you. He will lead you. I'm so, so thankful that, yes, they are, that Jennifer, they are living proof that, that God was protecting my child. And I'm so thankful that Josh was raised and believed and had a personal relationship with God that he knew to start praying. He said, Mom, after the second flip, I just closed my eyes and started praying. God, please don't let me die. I don't want to die. Please don't let me die. And
I
yeah,
caught
but
that when
anyway,
he first said it, that he was
yeah,
praying.
he was praying, and I'm so thankful that we raised him to trust God and to devote your life to Him, and he was saved when he was a teenager or like 12 or 13. He was baptized. He to this day, I mean, he's almost 24 years old. He works 10 hours on Wednesday and comes home and gets a shower and goes to church on Wednesday nights. He's very, very devoted to church and his belief and things like that. But I had this pulled up the other day and I was going to show you guys then, and our live went a little bit longer, so I didn't. But I knew there would come an opportunity where I could. But
Yeah,
those are
absolutely.
I'll always save those pictures. That's living proof that God will protect you. You're never alone. You may feel like you are. Oh, Debbie, I'm so sorry. Debbie says she lost her best friend because of someone's selfish actions of a drunk driver. Um, there's something that I've thought about doing, a live stream on drunk driving, and how it can how it hurts families. Not only the person. Oh, you're welcome, Shay. Thank you. Oh, Heather, you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for listening to it and looking at the pictures. I've thought about doing a stream on drunk driving, not only from the person that does the drinking and driving, but also how it can tear families apart, from their family to whomever they hit, to the financial consequences for the you know the more expensive insurance, things like that, losing your driver's license. I've thought about doing a live like that. See, yes, even when we don't understand. Yes. hmm God, we can't we can't even, guys. I can't even open my eyes and get out of the bed in the morning without God. I mean, I'm very serious in that. I'm nothing without God. Nothing. Just sometimes do I lose my temper and say some words that I probably shouldn't have? Yes. But I know I am nothing without God. Nothing.
No. Um, Me and Heather Alicious were talking about that, about what we might want to do on your Case Cares channel about Bible study and things like that, but we'll figure it out. But Heather was talking about that too. So, we got some ideas.
Yeah, exactly. I am more than willing to start the Case Cares channel back. If y'all are interested, let me know. We could even I think Mo, though, you have a devotion type thing on your Discord, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do. I have a tab for faith, and Trista posts a new Bible verse in there every day. And bless her heart, I think she gets off work around 3 in the morning, and she'll post it when she gets home before she goes to bed. And so
Oh,
I
that's
see it
great.
when I wake up. Yeah, first thing in the morning, and they're always so good, and they make you think. And I appreciate her doing that so very much.
Yeah, good. And some if we start back the Case Cares and anyone's interested in a guest hosting one day, or just having a Bible verse ready, to come up on panel and read for us, I would be open for that. Just let Mo or myself one know. It I really enjoyed those. I really did. I enjoyed it when we did Case Cares. Um,
And
and then,
Plunder,
guys,
she
I'm gonna.
always puts
Uh,
Plunder on her videos. She always shares a Bible verse, and I really appreciate that.
oh yeah, I do too. Now I want to tell y'all too. Cases also has a channel that I've never done anything on called Case Claps Back. So if somebody needs me to clap back, just let me know. I'm kidding with y'all, but I do have one that it's called Case Claps Back. I've never used it. I'm saving it for a special occasion. I've had it since before I started Case Cares, but I've never used it. I just, I just,
You never know.
you never know. You never know when it's going to be needed. And if I need to clap back, I'll fire it up and I'll clap back.
Oh, you never know about us.
So you never know. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that you guys are here, that you're supporting us, you're supporting Mo. Please share her channel out wherever you can. Let's get her some more subscribers. Um, and especially for like lives like this where a missing child, to help bring awareness. I know 71K JC. I know there have been a couple of times that I've wanted to clap back, and Mo has told me they're not worth it.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Cause
she
you,
saved me from it. She's like, yeah, that's not worth it. Don't be doing that for that one.
mm-mm. Because you end up the same place that you started, and why go through? That's like with my boyfriends. Like, well, I don't have multiple boyfriends, but I mean just the ones that I've had over the years. But you end up the same place you started, so why go through all of that? Over
Exactly.
the years.
Hey, Chrissy. But you're exactly right, and I've always thanked Mo and in the long run for keeping me from clapping back. But I haven't deleted the channel because someday I might really need it. Now I can tell you, if someone goes at Mo, yeah, Case is going to clap back big time.
Guys, I dropped Casey's channel in the chat. If you could subscribe to her, I would really appreciate it
Oh,
while we're
thank
here.
you, thank. Hey,
Sure.
let me find
Al-
it. Okay, let me find the clapback channel too. I mean, not the clapback, the Case Cares. Let me find it real quick and put it in there because we will start doing it.
yeah. Alex shared some of the Letitia, some of those things with Case, and she was thinking about going live at night because you all know I'm in bed before dark, and so put your notifications on for her channel, and you might be watching for that too.
Yeah, yeah, and Alex gave me permission to use what she sent me if we want to go live on it. So yeah, We may do something like that. But
Okay, I'll
that's the case cares one. So if you guys don't mind to subscribe to it, and then I'll make a community post, and then Mo or I one will make community posts, and we'll put it on both of our channels to let you guys know when we're going to start the case cares.
Hey, Elizabeth, it's good to see you.
Hey, Elizabeth. Y'all, I
Yeah.
am so excited. Heather, I think you are subbed on the case cares. I think you are.
Heather, you got a wrench. You were over there the other day. I hope you're subscribed.
No, the case cares. Case cares.
Oh,
On the case
okay.
cares, yeah. We'll probably. It's been so long since I've done anything on it. I will have to do some more mods. I think Mo's the only mod that's still over there that I have that still comes around. Um, but we will definitely.
And it's not just, we don't just talk about Christianity or the Bible and things like that, but the Bible, you can learn a lot of things, even if you're not necessarily religious. You can learn a lot from it. And we talk about other things too. So even if you're not a practicing Christian, you might still want to check it out.
Mm-hmm. We talk about we've even talked about over there about how struggles in life affect us, and how some healthier ways to handle those struggles versus negative ways. We've talked about those things before, and we pray for each other. Just different things, and
Yeah.
it's just a neat little place to have. It really is. And I'm trying to get better about Discord. Yeah. And y'all, I had to delete my TikTok for now. There was something going on there that I wasn't too happy about. I do plan to start another one soon. But I for personal reasons, I just had to delete it for now. So I just wanted y'all to know why. If you follow me on TikTok and it's not there, why. But
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
oh yeah, girl, we will. But thank you guys so much for being here. It really does mean a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I have this one more video to share, and then at the end I have a few updates about the other two cases that we covered. So stick around for those two, please. Also,
Okay.
okay. Oh crap! I've got to send. Hang on a minute. I've got to send something weird. I think I accidentally clicked the advertisement. Okay.
Oh,
When you
you're fine.
graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Well, now we're on some live camera. Oh my goodness. Hang on a minute, guys. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Wolfie, how are you?
Hey, Wolfie. It's good to see you. I appreciate everybody coming.
Oh, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all,
Oh
while
my
Mo's
goodness.
looking for that, would y'all like for me to go live sometimes at night? I mean, I know Mo goes to bed early, and discuss like some of the Letitia Stout stuff, and maybe, some other little things, that we could, about cases that we could discuss. Would y'all like that? Okay. We will try to start doing.
There has to be some way to miss these commercials on here. Now, this is just
There
ridiculous.
has to be. Yeah.
Oh.
Update on the search for that missing teenager, Sebastian Rogers. Let's listen in live.
In a few moments, I'll go through some slides and show you what we've done over the past 4 days of searching. Really wanted to come to the community and ask for your help. We need you to search your properties every day, morning and night. If there's a shed or a crawl space or up under your mobile home or a tarp that's in your yard, check it every morning and check it every night. Look for any details that something has been disturbed. If there's a shirt that was there today that wasn't there yesterday.
I didn't think to check up under your mobile home. Remember they said that he liked close places? That would be a really good place to check to make sure you're not under there. And like he said too, to check morning and night, because just because you checked it in the morning doesn't mean that he couldn't have slid up in there, through the day and up into the night. So yeah, check all throughout the day, and check your video cameras for sure if you live in this area.
Notify us. You can really help us by searching your own property twice a day. Like I said, we're operating under the assumption that Sebastian walked off, and we really need your help to ensure that he is brought home safely.
Okay, and when Chief talks about searching your homes, if you've got a farm, we're well aware that the tendency to follow creeks is great, and we've actually done some case studies, some history on calls and searches in the past where young men or young women have traveled to creeks. So we want you to look at creeks. We want you to look at ponds. And if you look at a pond, look for foot tracks around the pond. And then we'll go into, when Chief's ready, we're going to go into pictures and we'll show you our operational periods and the maps that we use to track our searchers. Okay, so this is day one, and all of the rings you see are a fixed wing aircraft, TBI's fixed winged aircraft, and they use a FLIR, and they do a continual circle on a 2 mile ring. And the video quality and the pictures that they produce are amazing. And the lines that you see that are going all over the place, the green and the purple and the blues, those are helicopters, THP Metro. And then all of the lines in the middle, when you draw that in, those are our foot searchers. So in the first 2 days, we lost.
Wonder if that is on the that website that I told you guys about, where it said that they were searching the cow topo. Wonder if that's where they are looking at. Okay, so remind me, we'll see if we can figure this out when it's over so we can look at that.
Okay, all right, we will definitely.
1,000 miles of personnel on foot doing searches in those search areas. If you want to go to the next page. So that's day 2, and you can see we're continuing to expand those search areas, and you'll see clues, you'll see markers. If a searcher finds something, they mark it. We send a detective or detectives to that scene or to that area. And if they find evidence, we haven't found any evidence. And but if they find something that they think is substantial, CID investigates it. Go on to the next day. That's the next day TBI was back. That second day we had really bad weather with rain. And so these are the rings from TBI again. And they did some almost tri-oval type figures when we were looking at particular areas, and they were looking at streams at that time, and a lot of helicopter, and then more ground troops. And then we got one more day. And then today we're expanding west, and you can see those areas that personnel are searching. And so what we do is we get them in, and we've got an app that they utilize, and they create tracks, and you can see the tracks in those sections as they do the search. And we've got several other things going on. We're utilizing drones, canine, and UTVs, ATVs, horses, aircraft, and anything at our disposal to get Sebastian located.
Like Director Widener said, what you didn't see on there was any drone track. The drones aren't tracked on Sartopo. What you didn't see on there were several assets that didn't have the app that day. So what you're seeing is what we know we have tracked. Like I said, we're operating under the assumption that Sebastian walked off. We have no evidence to disprove that. The family has been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement and our investigation. We are truly operating under the assumption that there's a child missing that needs our help. So
when he spoke about the family just then, he said that they are cooperating. I did hear on another video, I'm not sure if I ended up playing that video or not, that they have searched their house 10 times. So I don't think that was an exaggeration, because he said the exact number 10. So, I think they've looked well, at the family really well. And we know how that goes, that it usually is the family. Well, I mean, sometimes it's the family, but I really don't feel this in this situation. So I guess that could be a good thing or a bad thing. And Case, please remind me at the end to read that that statement from his family, please.
Okay. Hey Mo, remind us again what the name of that app, or what the name of that they're using for searching, what it's called.
It's called CalTopo, CalTopo. But that gentleman, he just said that the one he was showing was called Sartopo, Sartopo, maybe. So I'm going to look both of these up after this. I tried to look up the CalTopo before, but I just found their Facebook page, and I didn't get to see a whole lot first, but I'm going to check both of those out after this.
Okay, that would be great. Then the next time we go live, hey Melissa Jade, thank you so much for being here. When we go live the next time, maybe we can show, if we can get it to pull up, we can show, an example of some of the areas that they've searched and what it looks like on the app.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So if the public is out there and you have a house close by or not close by, right? Check your property twice a day. If you find something, call us. If you have trail cams out on properties that you hunt, check them. If there's an image that you think could be Sebastian, call us. Anything, any tip that you have, call us. We want to bring Sebastian home.
And when the chief says, even if it's not right here, so I actually spoke to the incident commander of a search operation that happened west of here, and a 14-year-old went missing, was found 9 days later, 6.2 miles from home. So we're looking at, we don't want to go out too far, too fast, but even if you live in Davidson County, if you live in Robertson County, if you live anywhere in Sumner County and adjoining counties that you think he could have made it to your property, search those streets, creeks, streams, tributaries, ponds, barns, outbuildings, vacant homes, anything, any place that you think he could be.
One tip, if you're searching your property, is to search it in pairs. If we have aerial assets up and they see someone walking alone through a field, we're going to deploy resources to make sure that is not Sebastian. Secondly, if you're out searching your field and something happens to you, someone needs to be able to call for help and tend to you while we're on the way to help you. So if you're searching, please search in pairs and be safe.
What's the weather been like to possibly affect the search?
Weather, our primary concern with weather is for Sebastian. So the rain that we got and the cold temperatures yesterday and into last night gave us concern for hypothermia. But for rescuers, we put rain gear on when we go. Our mounted people, we're using a lot of tactical officers at night with FLIR or with night vision. And so our search personnel, the weather does not bother them. They go.
I heard that they were using their SWAT teams at night because they had night vision and things like that. So that's really good. And FLIR, I forgot what that stands for. I'm going to have to look that up too. I probably know, I know I've heard it a million times, but then when you're trying to think of something, it's like right there, but it won't come. That's about what it feels like.
And they're going to perform the search. We're looking at rain tomorrow. The temperature is going to stabilize a little bit. 245 and 17 are feeding us weather on request, and National Weather Service is working with us every day, sending us information if anything changes. So,
Chief, I know you guys had asked for doorbell cam and surveillance camera. Have you guys been able, since Sunday night, Monday morning, been able to actually put eyes on Sebastian? Has any video actually shown him walking?
We have had several clips that have come in. Several of them we've been able to dispel that's not Sebastian on that clip. We are still working every lead that comes in. So as the video comes in, our detectives, we're working really well alongside the TBI.
Somebody asked if they had any video clips of him yet. This must have just happened, this press conference, because I clicked on this link earlier and it was the one before this. So this must have just happened and I didn't see this. But, you know, he's saying here that everybody's turning in clips. So that's really good that people are turning them in. It's just not good that they haven't been able to verify that it's... My AirPod fell out. It's not good that they haven't been able to verify that it's him yet. I do know that they also checked out a physical sighting that they thought was him, but it ended up not being him either. So, but yes, everybody, please still keep looking, and it's better to turn it in. Like the chief says, see something, say something, just in case. No regrets. We don't want to have any regrets here in this situation.
Just try to remember, what if this were your child, your grandchild, your nephew, your niece, you know, your child's best friend? How would you want everybody to respond? You'd want everyone to help as much as possible. Just try to remember that.
Yes.
And all of our other law enforcement partners in the region to make sure that we're getting on them just as quickly as possible.
But there hasn't been one video that you guys have had that you said that's...
There's not a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera.
Was any of the canines able to pick up on his scent or something that can lead you to maybe a direction where he might have been?
we've done that. We've actually cast the dogs at intersections to see if they take us. And our dogs are scent specific, and we have scent articles from the home, and they have not. We have gotten some tracks away from the home, and we haven't had anything that leads us to Sebastian, obviously.
You mentioned that you've covered about 2,000 miles, correct? What's the word on the amount of volunteers and people helping?
We'll address that later. We still got plenty of, and what you got to understand is span of control and manageability. And I know there's a lot of talk out there, you know, you need to get more people out there, but we've got to do it coordinated, and we've got to be able to monitor and ensure the safety of our searchers. So right now we've got so many public safety assets that we can track and we can communicate with, that we are in good shape right now. And we are discussing the possibility of going into volunteers.
We have begun the conversation of coordinating with local volunteer groups. Should we need them, there's a plan in place. What I don't want is to have 1,000 people out in the woods, someone get injured, and now we have to deploy resources to them that should be deployed to get Sebastian home safely. As of right now, I've talked to the FBI, I've talked to world-renowned detectives from the Middle Tennessee area, and every one of them has said we're doing everything that we should be doing. We're doing everything that we can. I'm open to ideas. If someone's got an idea that we're not applying yet, let me know. I'll apply it.
Do you know how many hours, how many miles you guys have clocked in and searched so far?
2,000 by foot the first 2 days. We're not tracking hours now. We'll put all that together. We'll do an after action report, but now we're going through the day, preparing this afternoon for tomorrow. We've got a team that's doing that. We've even got the tax assessor's office working with us on additional mapping for streams and creeks that we want to make sure we're covering. And I'll tell y'all, we're hitting streams and creeks heavy. So that's something we need done is creeks, streams, tributaries checked, because the watershed from the Tyree Springs area coming down in here. One thing I've learned about autism is the stamina, the pain threshold, the drive in these men and women, young boys and young girls is greater than ours. Okay.
The pain, the threshold, and the drive. I like to learn all I can about things like this. So if I know a child in my life that is, that has autism, I can help them the best way that I can. So that's good to know too.
Mo, did
So
you
the
see what
particular
they
case
put in here
in
about
North
the FLIR? That is forward looking infrared. Did you see that?
Yeah, but I need to write that down so I don't forget. Yeah, thank you so much, Vanessa. You
And
guys
then
work for a
also,
team, group effort
yeah, and
here.
yeah, also, Heather Bratt had also posted that earlier too. But I just
Okay,
wanted you to see it.
thank you.
I'm going to send you a screenshot that I
Mississippi and
took with it
West
on there.
Okay, thank you.
Tennessee, this young man walked until he passed out. And when they got to him, he was laying face down, and they were like, "Oh my!" But he was unconscious, and they've done stories on him, and so that's something we're looking at, and we urge people to get out and check those locations. A lot of farms in Sumner County, a lot of creeks in Sumner County. Check them.
I hate to cut you guys off, but I'm really focused on getting Sebastian home, and we need to get back out and make sure we're doing everything we can. I really appreciate you guys being here and covering the story.
Okay. Let me see. There's just a few more things down here. It says the public is still asked to avoid the official command post for now, but it says stay tuned for more organized search efforts. It says, and this is from the family. It says, understandably, there's interest in hearing from friends and family to help provide more of a personal context about Sebastian. However, we have been requested by the family to let local media know that they are not in a position to speak or to be available to the media at this time. We have told them that while we would relay their message, it would be the decision of the individual media outlets and reporters to proceed as they see fit. So that was from the family.
In other words, leave the family alone. Sorry.
Yeah. Good idea, Heather. I'm writing that down too.
Yeah, and I also sent you a screenshot of what she said too. But yeah, go ahead and write it down because
those flock cameras, they helped track down Pammy May. Oh, guys, I did want to tell you remember Pammy May from the Darnell? She's accused of killing Kim. And she was indicted by the grand jury last week for aggravated murder, 3 counts of tampering with evidence, and 1 count of abuse of a corpse. And she's held on $4 million bond, and her next court date is tomorrow. So I'll see about that and keep you guys updated about that. And I'm also waiting for the body cam footage of when the Brooklyn police in Ohio found her at the envelope factory. So hopefully when I get that, you guys, we can take a look at that. They told me they're redacting it right now, and they should get it to me soon so we can see what we think about that. And one thing that they said, her lawyer said during her court date, they said possessive and controlling behaviors and bipolar and schizophrenia. So I think that, and then also with her holding her hand over her husband's mouth when he was trying to call police, and her saying that I got a plan, and that makes me feel like she might be trying to lead toward the insanity defense, allegedly, maybe. So I'll keep an eye on that for you guys. And then Kenneth DeHart, who is accused of killing the Tennessee deputy. When he was at court this past week, his lawyer tried to get it pled down to second degree murder, but the judge ruled first degree charges would stand after. You guys know Deputy Eggers. She was shot and wounded, but thankfully she lived and she testified. And after the judge heard her testimony and looking at the body cam footage, he said, no, this is going to stay first degree and it's going to the grand jury for the indictment. So when I hear about that, I'll let you guys know about that too. And I think that's all the updates I have. And please keep in, oh, and my pinned comment, you guys don't forget that leads to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It leads straight to the missing flyer for Sebastian. So if you could share that on social media or share the link straight to my community post that I posted earlier, either one of those, or take a screenshot and share it, whatever you can do. I would greatly appreciate it. And keep an eye over there because I'll leave an update. And just one more thing. Also, in my description, I left a link to Trev Tom's channel. He's great at posting updates about Sebastian and his community tab. So please check him out too. And I think that's all. True Crime Crazy. Yes, I saw the body cam footage for the deputy shooting, and it is absolutely awful. I didn't think that it could be worse in my mind. I mean, but seeing it, how that after he shot the deputy, he got out of his car and stood over him and cussed him out and shot him, point blank again. That, I mean, it's hard to stay unbiased up here, and you have to say allegedly, and he's the suspect, but seeing it straight like that, I mean, what can his defense be? So it's really hard. It's awful, and I don't know. I still feel really bad for the family and all of his coworkers.
Yes, I do too. One more time, guys, I just want to ask you if you have anywhere that you could share Mo's channel link, her live, or anything like that too. Please do so. Let's get her some more. Let's get her some more subs. She definitely pours her heart into the cases that she covers. She researches it. She doesn't tell anything unless she can verify for herself that a reputable news agency reported this, or the police said this, things like that. She does a lot of research on these cases, so it would mean a lot to her. I know it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to her if you would please share her link as much as you can, and let's get her some more subs.
Thank you. It's just the more subs, the more eyes, and the more
Exactly.
awareness that we can bring.
Exactly. We can get more awareness, get more eyes on these cases. That's exactly right.
Okay, I want to thank you guys for coming today so much. It means so much to me. And please keep him in your prayers. Like Trista said, yes, let's keep him and his family in our prayers. And
Exactly.
I'll come
Exactly.
back, keep an eye on my community tab. And then Sunday, keep an eye for my new prayer request post. I'll leave it there too. Miss Arnold,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
very much.
You did a great job. All right, guys. Thank you
you.
so much. If you if you if you see any updates after we through with this that maybe we haven't saw, email Mo, email myself. And I'll get it to Mo. Just let one of us know, and so we can update everything here. But thank
Yeah.
you all so much for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Yeah. I love you all. Bye.
Love y'all. Thanks, mods. Bye bye.
Yeah.